Okay, so I wanted to give you guys an example of how to find the difference quotient. So let's say we were asked to find the difference quotient of this polynomial. And this is an example you might see in Math Excel. So it's 2x squared minus x plus 2. We're asked to find the difference quotient, not given a point, but just in general. What is the slope of the secant line in general? So for f of x plus h, every time I see x plus h, I'm replacing x with that number, right? And in this case, it's not a number, it's an expression. So wherever I see an x, I'm going to replace it with x plus h. So I have 2, and then in parentheses, instead of x, I'm going to put x plus h, and then minus x. But again, instead of x, I'm going to put x plus h, and then plus 2. And that's just for f of x plus h. Right? Then it says minus f of x. F of x is written here. I don't have to do any changing. I don't have to fix it. It's just 2x squared minus x plus 2. All of that over h. Okay, so the second piece that I'm subtracting should always be just f of x, just what I was given. The first piece is going to be the function, but replacing with the expression x plus h. So then I just multiply out. I have 2 times, if I multiply this out, you can use FOIL or box method, x squared plus 2xh plus h squared, and then minus x minus h, because this negative needs to be distributed, and then minus 2. Second bracket's going to stay the same, only using brackets so that I don't have too many parentheses in the problem. But it's just a preference thing, right? So I have this, and I'm just continuing. I'm multiplying out. It's really like arithmetic, right? We're just kind of multiplying, adding some like terms. So I have 2x squared, I have 4xh, and I have 2h squared, and then again minus x minus h minus 2. And now I have enough where I can just kind of multiply that negative in, minus 2x squared plus x minus 2. Oh, I was looking to see, where did I mess up on a sign? So it's x plus 2, the original equation. So when I wrote it here, I wrote it as minus 2, but we need to make sure we're being careful with our signs. Only reason I knew there was a mistake is because all of this stuff, all this f of x should cancel out. And when I had negative 2 and negative 2, they weren't going to cancel. So just kind of along the way, double check that as you're going along, things will cancel out. And I say things, meaning anything without an h should definitely be canceling out. But if it doesn't, you just go back and check your signs. So then now I can look at, well, I have a 2x squared and a negative 2x squared. I have a negative x and a negative x, and I have a positive 2 and a negative 2. All that cancels out as it should. And then I'm left with 4xh, 2h squared, negative h, and that looks like that's it, all over h. This is supposed to be an h. And then I just simplify. If I'm trying to simplify a fraction, every single piece on the numerator needs to be simplified by the h, not just one, right? So I have h will cancel with the h in the denominator. H squared turns to h, cancels with that h in the denominator, and another h cancels with this h, so it becomes 1, right? Otherwise, you could have split it up for xh over h. If you don't like to cancel it kind of all together, you could split it up and still see that, all right, the h's cancel, one of the h's cancel, and these guys cancel. Right, so we end up with 4x plus 2h minus 1 as our difference quotient. All right, so go ahead and use that if you need to. Just wanted to give you another example of difference quotient since we did one quick example with the harder problems at the end of class. Of course, ask me if you have questions, email me, and we can do more examples if we need to.